finding a place to fit in for sure is a big thing for females, because for my unit there's like 120 or so of us, and there's maybe 10 girls in that unit, and so it's very male heavy, I guess I would say. And so like finding a place like to be like, yeah, this is my role, this is where I'm valuable, this is my purpose, like with the squadron. I think that's definitely a challenge.
I think one of the most difficult challenges for me was coming up without a lot of female leadership, seeing a lot of women in leadership who were wives, were mothers, that were doing the same thing I was. So that was a little challenging, not having someone to go to who was experiencing the same thing I was at the same time I was.
Being confident is the biggest thing, because for me, like finding something that I'm good at and excelling at that thing, like I'm not going to be good at like everything, but if there's like one thing that I know how to do really well, like taking that and being responsible for it and being like the one like people can go to.
I think as a woman in uniform, our unique challenges is how we approach anything thrown at us. We're built different, we think different, and we process everything we do differently. As veterans, we have a unique relationship. When you meet civilians and when you meet veterans, there's a difference in meeting those two different types of people. When you meet civilians, there's a slow integration into that relationship, where when you meet veterans, there's an immediate connection, and it's almost like you have an instant friendship and you automatically know that person, and it's like you've always known them. So you're immediately able to relate, you can talk to them, they're willing to share with you, and there's an immediate intimacy with them. So they're willing to open up to you, to share with you, to give you advice, to give you guidance, to share stories with you that somebody else wouldn't be willing to share with you.
To be alone for one thing, but then also to have the community that Jesus had with God, like to have community with like-minded people. Sharing experiences with females, like it's not, you don't necessarily like have the exact same story, or you didn't necessarily go through things together with these people, but even like with people that you've gone through things like hard things with, like you have a deeper bond. And so I think that like going to a retreat and taking like time away from life that's like busy all the time and just crazy, like there's so many different things going on, different things like pulling your attention one way or the other. I think it's really beneficial to pull away and to connect with, to just have some time to think for yourself. And a retreat like outside, like in nature, just like in the beauty of God's creation, just having, just like being reminded that there's something bigger than yourself. And so when you're thinking about like the military, like that is like the military, it's serving something that's bigger than yourself. I would encourage you by saying like it's okay to take time for yourself. Like it's absolutely necessary. Like even like God, like 6 days for creation, and then seventh day, like that is essential for us to take that time to rest and to just step back from the busyness of life, and to just like refocus our thoughts and I mean more importantly refocus our thoughts on Him, and who created us, who gave us the purpose for everything that we do.
If you were going to take a weekend to do something that you could only do once, this is something that you would want to do. You're going to walk away with stories. You're going to have funny experiences. You're going to have intimate experiences with people you've just met. You're going to walk away with friendships. When I got to do mine, I met people I'd never met before. I learned things. I made new friends. I got to share stories. I shared things with people that I had never shared before. And I felt like it was a fabulous use of my time. I got to open up. I felt relaxed, refreshed, and like a better version of myself when I got home.